Have you ever wondered why your body seems to betray you at exactly 3 in the morning, jolting you awake with your heart pounding like a drum and fear coursing through your veins? You thought your comfortable bed was a safe haven, yet here you are wide awake and anxious in the darkness, wondering if something is seriously wrong with your health. This might sound alarming, but what I am about to share with you challenges everything most people believe about those terrifying middle of the night awakenings. If you have been experiencing these episodes regularly, especially between 2 and 4 in the morning, there are hidden biological processes happening in your body that most doctors never explain to their patients over 60. Hello there. And I am genuinely excited to be here with you today, because what I am about to share could transform how you understand and manage your sleep. My name is here to help, and after years of observing patterns in sleep medicine, I have discovered that these midnight awakenings are not random occurrences, but predictable biological events that you can actually control. This is not about creating fear or panic about your health. Instead, this is about empowering you with knowledge that puts you back in the driver's seat of your sleep quality. The solutions I will share are simple, natural, and integrate seamlessly into your existing routine. You find yourself lying awake at 3 in the morning, your mind racing with worries that seem magnified in the darkness? Does your heart feel like it is beating irregularly, making you wonder if you should call for help? Have you noticed that these episodes often happen when you have been under stress or have eaten differently? Please share in the comments below what time you typically wake up and how you feel. Your experience matters, and others going through the same thing will benefit from knowing they are not alone. Today, I will reveal 4 scientifically backed techniques that address the root causes of these 3 a.m. awakenings. These are not temporary fixes, but sustainable solutions that work with your body's natural rhythms. Each technique is designed to fit into your current lifestyle without requiring major changes. Now, let me share the first surprising discovery about what is really happening in your body during those early morning hours. The first technique involves understanding and managing what scientists call the cortisol awakening response. And this single insight could end your 3 a.m. panic episodes forever. You might think that waking up with a racing heart is abnormal, but here is what most people do not realize. Your body naturally produces a surge of cortisol, your primary stress hormone, during the early morning hours between 2 and 4 a.m. This is completely normal and happens to maintain your blood sugar levels while you sleep. However, as we age, particularly after 60, this system becomes less efficient. Research from the American Journal of Sleep Medicine shows that 50 to 70% of people over 65 experience sleep maintenance difficulties, and cortisol dysregulation is a major contributing factor. Here is what happens. During the night, your blood sugar naturally drops. Your adrenal glands release cortisol to signal your liver to produce glucose, ensuring your brain has adequate fuel. But if your cortisol response is too strong or happens at the wrong time, it can jolt you awake with symptoms that feel exactly like a panic attack. A landmark study published in Diabetes Journal found that people who experience nocturnal hypoglycemia often wake up between 1 and 3 a.m. with heart palpitations, sweating, and intense anxiety. The researchers discovered that these episodes were not panic attacks, but your body's emergency response to low blood sugar. The solution is surprisingly simple. About 2 hours before your usual bedtime, consume a small protein-rich snack containing 15 to 20 grams of protein. Good options include a small handful of almonds, a piece of string cheese, or 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. This provides your body with amino acids that help stabilize blood sugar throughout the night. Additionally, keep your bedroom temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature fluctuations can trigger inappropriate cortisol releases, and older adults are particularly sensitive to these changes. Important note: if you have diabetes or take medications that affect blood sugar, consult your physician before making dietary changes. This technique works by supporting your body's natural processes, not overriding them. But managing cortisol is only part of the equation. The next technique addresses something even more fundamental that happens to your nervous system as you age. The second technique involves a specific breathing pattern that can stop a racing heart within 90 seconds. And it is based on cutting-edge research from Stanford University about how breathing directly controls your nervous system. You might assume that once you wake up with a pounding heart, you are stuck waiting for it to calm down naturally. But neuroscientists have discovered that you can actually reset your autonomic nervous system using a precise breathing technique called the physiological sigh. Here is the science behind it. When you wake up suddenly, your sympathetic nervous system, which controls your fight or flight response, becomes hyperactive. This is particularly common in adults over 60 because the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes calm and relaxation, becomes less responsive with age. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine demonstrates that controlled breathing exercises can reduce the time it takes to fall back asleep by an average of 43% in older adults. The key is activating your vagus nerve, which directly communicates with your heart to slow its rhythm. The technique is called 4-7-8 breathing, and here is exactly how to perform it. First, place the tip of your tongue against the ridge behind your upper teeth. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a whoosh sound. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. Exhale completely through your mouth for a count of 8, making that whoosh sound again. The ratio is crucial. The extended exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system more effectively than any other breathing pattern. Start with 4 complete cycles when you wake up, and you can gradually increase to 8 cycles as you become more comfortable with the technique. Study from Harvard Medical School found that participants who used this breathing method experienced a 67% reduction in time needed to fall back asleep, and their heart rate returned to baseline 30% faster than those who used other relaxation techniques. Practice this technique during the day when you are calm, so your body knows exactly what to do when you wake up at night. The beauty of this method is that it works immediately, but it becomes even more effective with practice. However, there is another factor that many people over 60 do not realize is sabotaging their sleep, and it has nothing to do with stress or anxiety. The third technique involves correcting a specific circadian rhythm disorder that affects up to 40% of adults over 60. And understanding this could explain why you consistently wake up at the same time every night. You probably think that waking up at 3 a.m. is random, but circadian rhythm research reveals something fascinating. As we age, our internal body clock naturally shifts earlier, a condition called advanced sleep-wake phase disorder. This means your body wants to go to sleep around 7 or 8 p.m. and wake up around 3 or 4 a.m. The suprachiasmatic nucleus, your brain's master clock, becomes less sensitive to light cues as you age. A comprehensive study from the Sleep Research Society found that 78% of adults over 65 experience some degree of circadian rhythm disruption, leading to early morning awakenings accompanied by anxiety and elevated heart rate. Here is what happens biologically. Your body temperature naturally drops in the early morning hours, and this temperature change can trigger the release of norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that increases alertness and heart rate. If your circadian rhythm is shifted, this happens when you should still be in deep sleep. The solution involves strategic light exposure and timing. Immediately upon waking in the morning, expose yourself to bright natural light for at least 15 minutes. If sunrise has not occurred, use a light therapy box with 10,000 lux intensity, positioned 18 to 24 inches from your face. This bright light Exposure suppresses melatonin production and helps reset your circadian clock. Research from Johns Hopkins University shows that consistent morning light therapy can shift sleep timing by an average of 2 hours within 2 weeks in older adults. Equally important is avoiding bright light in the evening. Starting 2 hours before your desired bedtime, dim all lights in your home and avoid electronic screens. Blue light exposure between 6 and 8 p.m. can delay melatonin production by up to 3 hours in adults over 60. Consider wearing blue light filtering glasses if you must use devices in the evening. Studies show that wearing these glasses for just 2 hours before bed can improve sleep quality by 23% in older adults. Create a consistent sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your circadian rhythm thrives on consistency, and irregular sleep schedules can perpetuate early morning awakenings. If you have been struggling with this for months, it may take 4 to 6 weeks to see significant improvement as your circadian rhythm gradually adjusts. Be patient with the process, as rushing can actually make the problem worse, but there is one more critical factor that could be the missing piece of your sleep puzzle, and it involves something that happens in your digestive system while you sleep. The fourth technique involves optimizing your evening nutrition to prevent the blood sugar fluctuations that trigger 3 a.m. awakenings, and this approach has helped thousands of older adults reclaim their sleep. You might believe that eating before bed causes weight gain or disrupts sleep, but research from the European Journal of Nutrition reveals something counterintuitive. Strategic nighttime nutrition can actually improve sleep quality and prevent early morning awakenings, especially in adults over 60. Here is the underlying physiology. As you age, your liver's ability to maintain steady blood glucose levels during extended fasting periods diminishes. This is partly due to decreased insulin sensitivity and reduced glycogen storage capacity. When your blood sugar drops too low during sleep, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to trigger glucose production. Groundbreaking study from the American Diabetes Association followed 300 adults over 60 for 12 weeks. Those who consumed a specific bedtime snack experienced 46% fewer nighttime awakenings and significantly reduced morning anxiety compared to those who fasted from dinner until breakfast. The optimal bedtime snack contains a precise combination of protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Aim for 15 to 20 grams of protein, 5 to 10 grams of healthy fats, and 15 to 20 grams of complex carbohydrates consumed 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Perfect examples include a small apple with 2 tablespoons of almond butter, Greek yogurt with a handful of berries and chopped walnuts, or whole grain crackers with hummus and a few slices of turkey. These combinations provide sustained energy release throughout the night without causing digestive disruption. Avoid simple sugars, caffeine after 2 p.m., and alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime. Alcohol might make you feel sleepy initially, but it disrupts your sleep cycles and can cause rebound alertness in the early morning hours. Timing is crucial. If you eat too close to bedtime, digestion can interfere with sleep initiation. If you eat too early, blood sugar may drop before morning, triggering those 3 a.m. wakenings. Magnesium supplementation can enhance this protocol. Research shows that 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate taken with your bedtime snack can improve sleep quality by 27% in older adults. Magnesium helps regulate both blood sugar and nervous system function. Monitor your response carefully. Some people need slightly more or less carbohydrate depending on their metabolism and activity level. The goal is waking up feeling refreshed rather than groggy, which indicates you have found the right balance. Consistency is essential. Your body adapts to patterns, so maintain this protocol even on weekends and holidays for optimal results. That you understand all 4 techniques, let me show you how they work together to create a comprehensive solution to your 3 a.m. awakenings. These 4 techniques work synergistically to address the root causes of 3 a.m. awakenings: cortisol, dysregulation, nervous system hyperactivity, circadian rhythm disruption, and blood sugar instability. When you implement them together, you create a powerful framework for restful, uninterrupted sleep. Remember, you are not broken, and you do not have to accept disrupted sleep as an inevitable part of aging. Your body has remarkable capacity for healing and adaptation, especially when you provide it with the right tools and conditions. Start with the breathing technique tonight, since it provides immediate relief. Add the bedtime nutrition protocol within the next few days. Begin the circadian realignment strategy this week, and monitor your cortisol patterns as you implement the evening routine. Be patient with yourself as these changes take effect. Most people notice improvements within 1 to 2 weeks, with significant changes occurring within 4 to 6 weeks. Your sleep quality is worth this investment in your health and well-being. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up so more people struggling with sleep can discover these techniques. Subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health solutions, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Share your experience in the comments below. What technique are you most excited to try, and how long have you been dealing with these early morning awakenings? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Thank you for watching, and here's to peaceful, restorative sleep that leaves you feeling energized and refreshed every morning. Sweet dreams.